allegiance to the Constitution and the President of Kenya. During my service in the Administration Police Service, without favor or affection, malice or ill will, that I will at all times do my utmost to preserve the peace and prevent offenses against the peace, that while I shall continue to hold the said office to the best of my skills and knowledge, discharge all the duties thereof, faithfully according to law. I will subject myself to the Constitution, all acts, orders and regulations, now or in future, in the service, relating to my service, in the Administration Police Service, and that I will discharge all the duties of a police officer according to law, without fear, favor, affection or ill will. So help me God.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and Coordination of National Government and Citizen Service, the Inspector General of National Police Service, senior government officials who are here and invited guests, the graduates. Your Excellency, we are so Your Excellency, on my behalf and on behalf of the Administration Police Service, we are so humbled that you found time to come and grace this graduation ceremony of 2,610 recruit constables who are graduating today. Your Excellency, these officers were taken through rigorous training for 9 months, which culminated at Kidong field exercise. Your Excellency, majority of these officers will be deployed in our specialized units, the Rapid Response Unit, the Critical Infrastructure Police Unit, the Anti-Stock Theft Unit, and the Border Police Unit, among others. Your Excellency, they will be able to join their sisters and brothers who are doing an excellent job along our borders, the SOG and the SWAT, who have made a difference in our inner cities. Your Excellency, we are very thankful for your government and the support which the government has given to us in terms of modernizing the police service. We received the MRAPs, we have received specialized equipment and training for these officers. We are also very thankful from your government, Your Excellency, for the completion of that mess, which will accommodate over 12,000 officers who are undergoing this training on a sitting capacity. We are very thankful. At this juncture, Your Excellency, may I call upon the Inspector General to continue with the rest of the program. The Inspector General, sir.
Your Excellency, sir, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Interior, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, Principal Secretary, Present, Vice Chief of the Defense Forces of Kenya, senior members of the National Police Service, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Your Excellency, sir, on behalf of the National Police Service, I would like to sincerely thank you for honoring our invitation to be the chief guest during the passing out of these Administration Police Service recruits and in response to the welfare of the police officers. An improved health insurance scheme is now in place as we also look forward to having a National Police Service Level 4 referral hospital, Your Excellency. These interventions will impact positively to the general well-being of the police officers. Your Excellency, I want to assure you of our commitment to ensure that the security of our country remains inviolable, and we will continue improving our service delivery and making them more responsive to citizens' needs as per your directives. Sir, it is now my honorable duty to welcome the Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, to continue with the remaining of the program.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, my colleagues from the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government here present, led by our Chief Administrative Secretary, Madam Winnie Gushu, and our Principal Secretary, Dr. Karanja Kibicho, the Vice CDF, General Ogola, the Inspector General of Police, and the entire senior team of the Police Service, the Chairperson and members of the National Police Service Commission, the Chairperson and honorable members of the National Assembly Departmental Committee on Security, Honorable Mwathi, distinguished guests who have been invited here, recruits who are passing out today, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, we thank you on my own behalf and on behalf of my colleagues at the Ministry of Interior and really the internal security sector in our country for what you have done to our nation. Your Excellency, we were here, and many Kenyans who were here in 2013 know where we were in terms of the challenges we had in the security sector. You have dedicatedly led us in your capacity also as the Chairman of the National Security Council in pursuing reforms in the internal security sectors, focusing on the police especially. And now, as evidenced by so many things that have been done recently and by the wonderful work that is done by our men and women in uniform, Your Excellency, we can proudly say that the investment that you have made in terms of resources and acquisitions have made our internal security sector one of the strongest in the region. Your Excellency, these achievements are a tribute to your judgment, to your solid leadership, and to your vision. I have been privileged to have a position on the front row seat in your leadership of the National Security Council and in the decisions you have made every day on the safety and security of our people. We thank the Lord for the opportunity you have given us to serve our country, but most importantly, sir, I would be very honest to say we thank the Lord for your leadership, because singularly because of your vision and your focus, we have continued to strengthen our internal security sector. As we go forward, sir, I would like to promise that we will continue to follow the path that you have drawn for us. Invest every coin that you have given us through the national budget where it should go, and ensure that we move further and further away from those bad habits of the past where this sector was affected by decisions that were less professional and decisions that were not focused on the performance of these men and women here, and therefore, of course, affecting the security of our people. Your Excellency, the 2,610 officers who pass out today will join the rest of the team that we're working with in preparing for the general elections. And Your Excellency, again, we will follow finally, Your Excellency, as you remind us all the time, the people of Kenya look at government or look up to government so that we can provide a service. You have insisted to us that we must be at the forefront in ensuring that our country is not only safe, but wananchi develop an even better relationship and enjoy the company of our people. I thank the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Mutiambai. I thank our colleagues, the DIGs, especially Mr. Gabo, and the work that he has continued to do in keeping our special forces tuned to the goal that you have asked us to aspire to. It's a proud moment for our country, sir, and I believe everyone, not just here, but out there who are listening and watching, are looking forward to listening to you. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor and pleasant duty to request you to be upstanding as we invite His Excellency, our President and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces to speak to us. Your Excellency, sir.
The graduates before us today, all ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and privilege to be with you today to preside over the passing out parade of these wonderful 2,610 graduates who have today successfully completed their 9-month-long recruits course. There are a few occasions that are more gratifying to me than the commissioning of new officers within our security agencies. Indeed, I am happy that during my tenure as president, we have increased our police complement by over 45,000 recruits from the year 2013 to date. No previous administration has implemented such a significant increase in the capacity of our national police. So graduates, today I'm pleased to join your families, your relatives and friends in commending you for having successfully completed your training, which has been quite rigorous. Your graduation today is not only your individual achievement, but also a mark of pride and accomplishment shared by your families, your friends and relatives, as well as Kenyans at large. So let me commend the team in the ministry led by the Cabinet Secretary, the Inspector General and his DIGs, the college commandant, and all the instructors of this college. Your superlative efforts have yielded the fine young officers who are before us today. So to you, graduates, as you leave this college and begin your service to Kenya, I wish to remind you that yours is a profession that demands you unconditionally commit to the motto of uaminifu na haki. You will be called upon to serve faithfully and with utmost integrity. You will be required to be the hope of those who are hopeless, the shield of justice and the enforcers of law, who do so, as you have just said in your own oath, without fear or favor. As we continue along the journey of deepening the transformation and rejuvenating our law enforcement agencies, remember that you are the face of the organization. Whether in uniform or in civilian attire, whether on duty or off duty, your individual and collective actions will reflect on the National Police Service. Therefore, be ever respectful, willing to aid and assist, and committed to ethics and integrity. In your service to the nation, now more than ever before, you should remain focused and uphold the highest standards of professionalism, dignity.
If you're passionate about mechanical gaming keyboards and our gold standard mechanical switches, you've come
pandemic. However, the firmness of our resolve as a nation helped us to contain the surge of infections within our borders in keeping the invisible enemy at bay. I want to take this opportunity to thank the law enforcement agencies for the role that they played in enforcing the COVID-19 regulations and protocols. Your acts, coupled with the immense sacrifice of our health workers, forestalled what could have been a national catastrophe. That mission of enforcing public health measures was not part of the regular operations of the NPS. So, the exemplary way in which the service quickly adapted to the new demands imposed by COVID-19 is a reminder to all of us of the fluid nature of contemporary law enforcement environment. In view of this evolving nature in our general environment, you, the officers that I commission today, not commission, that I graduate today, should expect that in the course of executing your careers, you must be ready to serve beyond your traditional call to duty. You will be required on occasions to operate in new and challenging operating theaters and to address dynamic situations that call for new skills and approaches. As a nation, we have given you the training and tools required for you to address both traditional and emerging security challenges. The training program that you have just completed, I am confident, has prepared you to counter effectively the growing sophistication and viciousness of organized crime and terrorist groups. However, I must also remind and advise you that training and learning does not end today. You must, as my predecessor once said, seek to continuously improve yourselves, widen your knowledge, improve your skills and competencies, and challenge yourself to be a better officer today than you were yesterday. The responsibilities bestowed on you are immense, and they become heavier by the day due to the evolving social transformation and development. My government is committed to continue to uphold the dignity of police officers, so long as you also do that which is right and in accordance with the law, devoid of corruption and other ills. You can rest assured that we will do everything to protect you from any form of undue harassment or vilification. Indeed, in appreciation of the importance of the service rendered by our police officers across the country, my administration has continued to fulfill its police reform program agenda by providing adequate resources, improving staff welfare, improving capacity building in technical and specialized areas, and we have enhanced benefits, particularly in housing and healthcare. You are also now better able to respond to normal routine and emergencies when they arise. The overriding aim of these efforts is to ensure that police officers offer quality services to the public while still working in an environment that promotes their welfare. On our part, we expect you to reciprocate these deliberate efforts by serving our communities unceasingly. With the issue of corruption and integrity firmly lodged in our national consciousness, my plea to you today is not to allow the fruits of your many years of sacrifice wither because of graft. Save yourselves and your families the agony, the shame, and the tears that come from prosecution, suspension, and being exited from the service. Serve with integrity and commitment to duty so that you can bring pride to our nation, to the police service, to your colleagues, and to your families. My administration, as you know, has adopted a multi-agency approach in tackling